Hi, it's Debbie from Create Pretty Things. How are you doing on this fine Friday night? I've had a great, wonderful Friday day, but I'm ready to get crafty. And I'm ready to get crafty with patriotic decor. How about you guys? I'm sad that I've waited so long to start with the patriotic decor. Memorial Day is coming up, and pretty soon we will be into 4th of July, and it's time to get patriotic decor up. Today we're going to be using this Liberty Bell, a great symbol of freedom. We're going to use that on a surface that's no longer available. This is a double-sided box frame. It has two sides. I'm going to use the white side tonight. In the cart link, type in the word bell if you want the shopping list. I did put the honeycomb frame, which is larger, but it has a honeycomb on the outside. But you can use the shiplap sign, anything. You can do it on a piece of fabric. So many things that you can put this design on. So we're going to get started. We have our transfer, which is reusable, sticky on one side, adhesive. It's silk screen, as you can see through it. And that's where the magic happens. That paste is going to go through the white areas, the clear areas, the mesh, and it's going to go down to the surface below, and it's going to create our design. So since it is really sticky, we're going to go ahead and apply this towel or any piece of fabric to it. Just rub it down a couple times. That lessens the sticky so that it doesn't stretch out your transfer when you pull it up off the surface. Also, if you have a freshly painted surface, you will also want to fuzz your transfer well, especially when they're new. This just picked up some paint from somewhere, but it'll be okay. Now, if you notice, this perfectly fits inside this box frame, which is good because it gives me a little more assurance that I can get it on here straight. What are you guys up to tonight? As you jump on, please give the video a heart, invite your friends, share the video, and let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to know. And tonight's comment to get the shopping cart is Bell, B-E-L-L. This is going to be a quick, simple project. I did apply my transfer to my surface. Notice it sticks. I'm going to rub it so that there's not any air bubbles. It's connected firmly to the surface. And I'm going to use a couple colors of paste today. One of my favorites is Nominee, and I've got one jar that's almost out. Well, this one is almost out. So I'm going to use what I can out of this one. I've got a backup jar. I've got a color that's discontinued. This is rose gold. I might put a little rose gold in here, but you can use shimmer gold. I also have a little bit of bubbly just for some highlights. And these are all kind of shimmery pastes. You can also use some bark if you want to add some highlights. But what I thought I would do is I would start with this bubbly and just kind of give a little bit on the outside edges of this, just to kind of act like it's a reflection or an edge. It's glowing just a little bit on the edges. Now I may decide to do something different and make it look tarnished and make it go darker. I'm not sure. So I'm just kind of playing right now with this. Not sure what I'm doing, but you guys can do whatever. What color would you use for this? Would you go all patriotic and go red, white, and blue? Or would you go naturals? Or would you go like a solid black and make it really stand out against the white surface? As you jump on, let me know what colors you would choose for this. I'm going to try some of my rose gold. Now this one is an older one, but it's also one of my favorite ones. So I think I'm going to do the clapper of rose gold and some of these little distress signs down here. Just here and there to kind of add a little bit of color variation to it. And if you've never used Chalk Couture before, let me know, and I'd be happy to send out a sample pack to you so you could see what it's like. Okay, this is what I've got so far. And I kind of did some distressing over here in the rose gold. You're not going to be able to see it very much, but it is there. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of water to this because it is a little dry, and it'll help it soften up while it's in the jar. And next time I'll go ahead and stir it up and it'll be softer. So I'm just kind of thinning it out for next time. Now I'm going to start with my Nominee, my favorite color. If you guys have not tried Nominee, I suggest getting it. I suggest getting a full jar, if you're just starting out, of black, a full jar of white, and a full jar of Nominee. Those are the staples. Those are the colors that you can put on anything. You can put this Nominee on black and it'll stand out. You can put it on white and I'm hoping it'll stand out really good. And it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous color. It's not really shimmery, but it's more metallic. So all I'm doing is rubbing this over the silk screen. And it's going to stay onto the surface. Now you do want to pull up the transfer while it is still wet. Oh, I made it with one jar of Nominee. So I do have some Nominee left. Very little, but it's my favorite. Okay, so let's go ahead and peel this off. Quick, one and done here, guys. I'm just going to start on the corners or wherever I can grab it. And I'm going to kind of move to the center so that I can kind of pull down evenly and not stretch out my transfer. Now, as I'm pulling it down, I'm kind of looking to see if I missed anything. If that was the case, I would just put the transfer back down and I would chalk over it again just to fill in every spot that I missed, but I did not miss any. And here's what we have. Simple, simple. Now, if I had some wordage, which I didn't think about and plan ahead, I would put maybe Liberty down here or let Freedom ring. But I think it looks great with this frame. It's simple, it makes a statement, and it's perfect for our first little piece of patriotic decor. So that's done, finished, quick. I want to show you though how to clean the transfer. You want to clean the transfers with water, and it's an important part of making sure that you can reuse this stencil again, is cleaning it and storing it properly. So I'm just going to spray it with some water, plain tap water. I'm going to get a paper towel and wipe off my first thicker layer of paste. And I'm just going to rub it on. And I am going to get my board eraser, which a board eraser is just a sponge. I sell them in my shop, but they're another one of the staples that I have to have is a board eraser. They clean these stencils so easily and thoroughly. See how much it got off? So I think that they're important to have these for the longevity of your transfers and to make yourself not work so hard. I just rub the top over the silk screen. Now you may see, I don't know if you guys can see, I have a lot of paste down here. I'm just going to go ahead and wipe it up. That's the dirty paste that went through when I was cleaning. And I'm going to clean that surface up, flip it over so the sticky side is up, spray it down again, and I'm going to go easy on this side, go gentle, because we want to preserve that adhesive that's on there. That's what makes it reusable between 8 and 12 times. Think about this. If you wanted to make gifts, you could reuse this one transfer over and over again. If you wanted to make something to sell at a craft fair, you could use this one transfer and make them over and over again. And your choice of surfaces is unlimited. You can go to Dollar Tree and find all kinds of surfaces. You can find a piece of wood, a piece of fabric. I think this would be pretty on a piece of canvas. It could be stained, it could be white, whatever. This would be beautiful. Or even a canvas, regular canvas that you paint on. A framed canvas would be beautiful. And that way you could even paint the background different colors if you wanted to. So make sure that your paste is out of the silk screen. If you have staining on the teal part of your transfer, that's okay, as long as your silk screen is clean. so it is clean. And I did keep my backer that it came off of in the first place, and this is how I'm going to store it. I'm just going to go ahead and lay it down so that it sticks to the transfer backer. And that's a little crooked. I want to make sure it's on there pretty perfectly because I want to protect all that stickiness. Smooth it down, and I do see a little drop of paste right there. So make sure it's dry before you put it away. I'm just going to go ahead and wipe that water off. You can let it sit out for a few minutes if you wanted to, but I know that this is pretty dry. And then I'm going to store it in the cellophane bag that it came out of. I'm just going to open up my bag. Now this has a self-seal sticky flap. I just folded it inside. So I just kind of roll mine up a little bit, not to crease them. You don't want to crease these. But I slide it in and then let it open on its own. And I may have to adjust it. And I put it in so that I can see the design on the front. I unstick my flap. And I fold it over so that it's secure. And this is how I store mine. I hang them up, or sometimes I store them flat in a tote. But look how clean that is, ready to reuse. So this is a good one. I've got so many nice patriotic transfers to use, and I can't wait to do more designs with them. So please feel free to follow me, like my page, share my page, and if you want the link to the shopping cart, type in the word Bell, B-E-L-L, and check your messages. It will be in there. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you guys soon. Oh, let me show you the final project. Now, if you wanted to, you could also get some dark paste or ink or whatever. Distress the frame a little more, or even just distress around. But I like it as it is. I think it has a lot of distressing to it right now. And I like it. I hope you like it too. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.